Mrs. Peach Thrifty Living. I'm so happy you are here with me today, and I am getting ready to start part 3 of A Glimpse of My Life. I don't know how long this is going to last because I keep kind of getting bogged down, and I don't want to do that. I want it interesting to you, but as I'm saying all of this, I hope that it's bringing back good memories in your life too, because most of us have a lot of good memories, even if we have some that's not so good. Before I go any further and get started, I would like to thank you for being here and ask you to come back every time. I have several different things I do. I do some thrift store hauls, and one of these days I'm going to show you some of the things that I've gotten over the years. Actually, just today as I came out of the donut shop, a man walked by and he said, "Boy, that's a pretty coat." I cannot tell you how many years I've had that coat, and I got it at a thrift store. It washes up very well, and I really like it. I'm not ready to change. So just things like that. And I do cooking. I just did a Depression era made a cake with no eggs, and it really turned out very good. I put, actually I didn't taste it while I was on the video. Later I took some to my brother, I took some to a friend, and my son and I ate some, and it was really good. And especially good, I put some Cool Whip on it and a few nuts on it, and that just really was good. So that was just straight from your cupboard, and more if you had it, you're in business. So it can be for anybody. And so let me get started at this instead of staying so long on one subject here. So I wanted to start to, as I mentioned before, that we always went to the same church, and it was a big part of our lives. And my sister and I started singing together at an early age. And our brother always played the piano for us. You met Glenn. He's played a few times. We tried to get him to sing with us, but he was always concentrating on the piano, but he could sing a good harmony. So, and then again, his daughters sing, and the daughter plays the drums, and they're just very talented, and his wife also. So we've got lots of talent there. My sister and I, her name is Sharon, and somewhere along the line you'll get to meet her because she's going to come and visit me. She lives in Texas. And we always sing together, like I said. And we would switch harmonies. Even now when we get together, we'll look at each other and say, we'll switch parts. Like one of us will sing the soprano and one will sing the alto or whatever, if it gets too high for us. So we'll just switch in midstream. So we've done that a lot. And so that's one thing. And then I wanted to tell you that when we were kids, well, my brother started playing the guitar first, and then he switched to the piano. And we wanted a piano so bad in our house, and Daddy and Mama found one, a used old upright piano, and bought it and brought it in. And we had that in our house for absolute years, and somebody was always playing on it. My brother, he took piano lessons, but he played so well by ear, the teacher didn't dare play this song for him. She would show him the notes and have him do the lesson. But if she played it for him, he remembered it, and he didn't bother to really learn the notes and all. So he mostly played by ear his whole growing up time. I did take a home course of piano lessons, but I never ever had any from a person. I did learn enough that helps me a little bit, but so that's kind of where I am. Let's see, I want to, and also my brother played the piano in church, and later I did play the piano in church. And also tell you that we had, in our elementary school, we had choir, and they taught us to sing I started to say in 4-part harmony, but I'm not sure we had 4 parts. But we learned to sing by the notes, and I was always in the alto section. So I guess this video is going to be more on singing, and that is a big part of our lives, as I've mentioned before. Also, another thing I remember a lot when we were growing up is this community, this area, they would have 4th and 5th Sunday singings. Now, I'm wondering if anybody ever heard of those, because when I talked to some people, they never ever heard of it. But back at the one time when I was in junior high, in that era of time, we had these 4th and 5th Sunday singings, which we would, a different church would host it. It might be the Baptist, it might be the Methodist, or the Pentecostal, or whatever. And they would all have a songbook, and they would have a whole stack of songbooks that it would be a Sunday afternoon, and we would get there and they'd pass the songbooks out, and whoever would be at the piano would well, there would be some person that would be leading, and different people led, and they would just choose a song out of this brand new songbook that nobody ever seen before. And the piano player that could play by note, she would start playing, and everybody would sing 4-part harmony just by looking at that. And it was also shaped notes. My dad learned to sing in shaped notes, and he would go do, 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 fa, 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 you know, the whole, like there was, it was really interesting to hear him do that. And that's how he knew the notes in the shapes. I had another thought and it just left my mind. So I guess I'm not supposed to say that right now. So now I'm going to walk away from the singing for a little while. And I remember we had our first flood. I was about 5 years old, and it was a flood actually in this area, and I'll be probably telling you about a few other floods we had. This one was backed up from a river, and I remember it was all down the streets and people just waded in the water. I don't remember evacuating for that one, but I remember Daddy packed up, stacked all of our, he would get whatever and stack our furniture, the couch and the most important things up high where it wouldn't get flooded in case the water did come in the house. And I don't remember that it did come in at that time, but when you have a flood, you don't know exactly where the water is going to go, so you want to be prepared. Okay, I'm looking at my notes here. Okay, and so then I want to talk about the first grade. I was always a little bit shy, but I want to back up just a tad. The year I started first grade in our area, they started kindergarten. And that was the beginning of kindergarten in this area, not era. And so I missed kindergarten. I don't think that hurt me a bit. Anyway, like I said, I was a bit shy, but I had my cousin in the same class, and we were only 4 months apart, and I think that made me a lot more comfortable than if I would have been in a classroom by myself. And I always had to sit at the front of the classroom, and I really didn't know why, till in school they gave us eye tests. Come to find out, I needed glasses. I sat at the front. I could barely see the blackboard. And so I found out I needed glasses. I was nearsighted, and so that was when I was about 11. And so they took me, my mom and dad took me to the optometrist and checked my eyes, and I got a pair of glasses. I always wanted a pair of black glasses, but they always said I didn't look good in it. Well, I never did get my black glasses. I've gotten darker ones than I began with, and of course I've been through an array of glasses over these years. And so that helped a lot, being able to see. I'm going to stop at this point today and continue next time. I hope you'll come along, and I hope this has spurred some memories of you and of your family. Please like and share this if you know anybody that would like it, and hope you'll join me every time, and God bless you.